Welcome to Westfield High School, everybody, for a Friday night primetime game. Michael Lanier alongside Alex Kingsley. Tonight's matchup features the 11-4 Westfield Blue Devils and the 9-4 Paterson Kennedy Knights. Alex, let's take a look at tonight's Star Watch.
For Paterson Kennedy, the offense runs to the 5'10 senior guard Alfonso G., who has 1,798 career points coming into the day. For Westfield, the 6'4 do-it-all senior guard Owen Murray is averaging 12 points, 7 boards, 5.5 assists a game.
And for tonight's starting lineups, for Paterson Kennedy, Raquan Alexander, the senior, Alfonso G., the senior Brian Patterson, junior Yanni Ramirez, and the senior Jordan Rodriguez. And for Westfield, Alex, Owen Murray, Nick Mealy, Parker Hess, Jelani Pierre, and Matt LaCour. Westfield hasn't played in a week, coming off that Friday night game against Scotch Plains. It was a blowout. Now they got a tough game against Paterson Kennedy. Game wasn't originally on the schedule. They add it, and should be a fun one tonight. Of course, we got a very talented player in Alfonso G. G is averaging 14.5 points per game, 4 assists a game. And we are underway in Westfield as Blue Devils win the tip. Kennedy in red, Westfield in white. Murray, one-hand pass. There's a three from Parker Hess, it's short. Here comes the senior, Alfonso G. Gives it up, inside, bucket no good. Rebound from Alexander, couldn't get it.
Raquan had the really nice penetration to get to the basket, but just couldn't finish on the layup.
Inside, Murray. The tip-in is good.
Yeah, way to stay with it and make sure that he gets the bucket in by getting his own offensive rebound to make sure he gets the bucket that time in the second turn.
Westfield also in man as Pierre is the man on G. And a loose ball, Hess comes up with it.
Westfield did a nice job again, doing nice on-ball defense in the front court, forcing the turnover.
There's a three from LaCour. Can't get it to go. Alexander the board. Ramirez almost lost it there. LaCour.
Back-to-back turnovers. Kennedy has to change that.
Bucket's good from Parker Hess. They're going to say it's an offensive foul. So 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Westfield's up 2-zip. Pull-up jumper is no good. From Rodriguez. Mealy finds Pierre, corner three. Can't get that one.
You know, even though that shot was no good, Nick Mealy did a really good job of having great court vision, even though he's on one side of the court, making the cross-court pass to Jelani Pierre for the open three.
Deep three from G is off, and Mealy gets the board. Fast break for the Blue Devils. Pass from Murray is tipped. Next up for Westfield is a Monday game against Union right here at home. Deep three. Hess can't get that one. Layup no good from Ramirez.
Unlucky tip off the rim for Ramirez.
Nice pass from Murray. Hess gives it up. Mealy knocks out. Can't knock that one down, but Hess gets a steal. Looks like Westfield comes out very cold so far tonight, Alex.
Yeah, they've continued to get turnovers from bad passes that this Kennedy Paterson team has been able to force. I'm not sure what's going on with them tonight.
So here's LaCour. Mid-range jumpers, no. Murray gets the rebound. It's a foul on Yanni Ramirez, his first of the game.
Yeah, and I think on both sides of the court, everybody, it's been hard, a cold night for everyone, shooting-wise. We've seen a bunch of missed shots, and only one has gone in.
Yeah, 3 minutes gone by. Westfield has 2 points.
And with that, Paterson, none.
Kennedy and man. Westfield working it around. Here's a 6'4 senior Murray.
And it looks like this Kennedy team is going to move to a zone defense. I'm sorry, a man defense.
Loose ball. There's Ramirez. Other end. Layup is no good, but the foul on Matt LaCourte, which will send Yanni Ramirez, the 5'11 junior, to the line for 2.
Yeah, today he's shown that he's the only one really stepping up with that really nice penetration to the basket. Just the unlucky bounce off the rim.
The Knights are 9-4 this season, as Ramirez gets that one to go. And they're coming off a 1-point loss to Passaic Valley Tuesday night. Ramirez hits both to tie the ball game up at 2.
Yeah, the smooth stroke gives Paterson their first 2 points of the game.
Westfield breaks the press. Mealy, nice move. But he'll get called for the walk.
I'm not sure I would agree with that one, Mike.
A little bit of a hop step. They're going to say he took an extra step. So here's G. Hasn't scored yet today. And Alex, an interesting fact, comes in at 1,798 career points, but his senior season, he's a 4-year varsity starter. His senior year, he has averaging least amount of points in his 4-year career. Another missed layup from Kennedy.
Yeah, it seems, I guess, he's maybe slowed down, but I'm sure by the end of the season, that average is going to come up. He's too good of a player to let that happen.
Also, maybe the team's getting better. More guys to score the basketball. They don't have to rely on him. They got Jordan Rodriguez in double figures, Jalen Colon averaging 8.5, Tamir Williams 7.5. So Murray's at the line for Westfield now. Can't knock down that free throw. Murray, 6'4 senior, commit to Vassar College in New York. He's averaging 12 points a game, 5.5 assists, 7 rebounds. He's had 2 triple-doubles this year.
Yeah, we know. And even though he made one, the other one with the miss, that in the end, just like you said, Paterson lost 1 point to Passaic Valley. 1 point can make the difference. So if, say, later in the game, if it was a 1 point difference and that went in, it'd be a tie game.
So Kennedy turns the ball over again, and they're off to a really slow start.
Yeah, they're I don't know what's going on. I mean, the only 2 points I have is off 2 free throws made from Yanni Ramirez. So let's see, maybe in the rest of the game they'll change it up.
Here's Hess looking for Pierre. One dribble pull-up jumper is good. Jelani Pierre.
Good job to get the open shot off the elbow. Make it.
Jordan Rodriguez can't get the floater to go. Murray, rebound, transition. Jelani Pierre, the reverse layup's good.
Beautiful cross-court pass from Mo Murray. That was from coast to coast. That was an awesome pass to Jelani Pierre.
So Westfield now with a 5-point lead. And it's another turnover for the Kennedy Knights.
Yeah, I think that's number 4 in the day already. They definitely are having a really cold and slow start, and if they're going to win this game, they got to change that around.
Now for the Knights, Jalen Colon will check in along with Jameer Lattimore. Both are sophomores, Alex. Colon and Lattimore getting some action here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's what you need on a team when you have young players, because that's a way to rebuild when you get young players with experience.
There's a 3 from Matt LaCourte, and Matty Ice knocks it down to extend the lead to 8.
Beautiful, beautiful shot. Even though it's contested, that was a nice shot. You can't do anything more on defense on that.
So G's been quiet, takes a deep 3 there, and it's an air ball, but rebounded by Kennedy. Another rebound. That one blocked by Mealy. Another missed layup for Kennedy. And it's still Kennedy ball.
I think there were 4 offensive rebounds on that for Kennedy.
It was Brian Paterson, the 6'1", 185-pound senior, getting about 3 of those rebounds, but couldn't finish, and now he'll exit the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, Westfield has to do a better job of boxing out on defense to get the rebound, because if that keeps happening later in the game, one of those is going to fall.
Mealy, layup's good, and the foul. Count it. How about the fine for Mo and Murray?
Yeah.
You see that time and time again, Alex. Last Friday night, he put on a passing clinic.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This Westfield team always does a really nice job of passing the ball to the open man. And this time, with an and one on Nick Mealy, could really contest a shot, hard shot to make, but he put it in, and he's now going for a three-point play.
Emilio complete the old-fashioned three-point play, averaging 10 points a game, and he does a little bit of everything just like Murray. He's got 3 steals, 3 assists a game, and 4 rebounds a game. Pierre went for the steal. Here's Alfonso G. Tried to go behind the back, lost it. Mealy, other end, finger rolls good. And the Knights want a timeout.
This Westfield team has just done a great job of forcing turnovers, and off the forced turnovers had so many points off the turnovers and just doing a really good job. And they keep this up. This might be a blowout, just like the Scotch Plains game we saw last Friday.
What a difference a couple minutes makes. Westfield started out pretty cold from shooting, but they go to the transition and fast break layups. Now they have a 15-2 lead. For Paterson Kennedy, coach Tommy Paterson just called the timeout there, a 60-second timeout, first of the game.
Yeah, this coach definitely has a lot to say to this team. Let's start off with bad passes and trying to get better shot selection. I mean, Alfonso G took some pretty far threes that I don't know anyone can really make.
We're talking about NBA threes, and how about all the missed layups? Paterson missed 3 in one possession, not to mention all the missed layups before. They've missed about 6-7 layups already. Yeah,
that definitely has to change. I mean, if they can get 4 offensive rebounds in one play, I mean, one of them has to go in. So for none of them going in, that's an issue that coach has for this team.
So 15-2 the score. Nice pass inside. The foul's on Mealy. Got him from behind with the slap on the arm. It's Tamir Williams, the junior, averaging 7.5 points per game. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the sophomore Jameer Lattimore, even though the bucket didn't go in, that was a really sweet pass inside for the layup. But on the contrary, player was fouled. Tamir Williams.
First free throw is good from Williams. Mealy gets the rebound on the missed free throw and finds LaCourt. McDaniel looking for Murray. Loose ball. It'll be a jump ball. And, yeah, Adam McDaniel, he's played really well as of late, Alex. The sophomore into the game now for the first time. His confidence has really gone up the past couple weeks.
Yeah, he had 8 points as career high against Scotch Plains last week, and previous was 4. So he just keeps stepping it up each and every game.
Knocked down some big threes in that one to really blow out the lead. Kennedy in some trouble. Cross-court pass. They get it inside. Layup's good. Tamir Williams.
Again, Jameer Lawrence with the beautiful pass inside to get Tamir Williams for the easy bucket.
So it's a 10-point lead for Westfield. Mealy in trouble. Able to find LaCourt. No foul call. G, fast break. Can't get the layup. Another missed layup for the Knights, but another offensive rebound for Kennedy.
Yeah, you know, it appears like Kennedy after that timeout just has more of a fire in their eyes.
And Jameer Lattimore, the lefty, knocks down a big 3 there. Cuts the lead to 15-8.
Yeah, like I said before, with the fire in their eyes, they're playing a lot more physical than they did before with the traps in the corners.
It's a 6-0 run for Kennedy. And now their crowd and their bench is amped up. Mealy drives in, kicks it. Jelani Pierre knocks down a big 3.
As they quiet down the bench, too.
He's got 7 points. Other end. Another turnover for Kennedy. Mealy. Looking, nice pass. Owen Murray, reverse layup. A pretty find from Mealy.
Oh, yeah, definitely a beautiful pass inside for Owen Murray. You know, it was almost a clear layup.
Back and forth we go in Westfield.
Yeah, it appears not just Paterson, like I said before, but Westfield's also play a lot more physical off of that timeout from Kennedy.
Cologne looking inside. Williams couldn't finish. Murray, other end. We'll slow it down. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Mealy's got to shoot. Instead, he turns it over. And that's the end of the first quarter. That half-court shot will not count. Westfield up 20-8, Alex, and we saw the defense leading to the offense at the other end.
Oh, definitely. Coming off from points scored on one end from Westfield, getting a steal and forcing a turnover on the other, creating more points, just like we saw from Jelani Pierre hitting that three. And off that possession, we saw some really good ball movement. Ball movement that Westfield needs to keep doing for the rest of the game if they're going to keep this lead up. And if they do that, they're sure going to win here in Westfield.
Yeah, the Blue Devils have really enjoyed the home court. They've had a bunch of games recently here, but not a whole lot left. They got Monday against Union, and then that's the second to last home game. The last one is Senior Day, February 11th, right here against the Patrick School, ranked second in the state, also a top team in the country. Bryce Aiken, that team, the Celtics are really talented. They come here to Westfield on Senior Day. Should be an emotional game for sure.
Oh, yeah, they're a top 5 team in the state. And like you said before, they're also a top team in the nation as well. So that's definitely going to be a fun day for these seniors.
Crowd should be electric for that one. Not as big as the crowd we expected tonight for a primetime Friday night game. Murray loses that one. It's G. And it's off Hess's knee.
Yeah,
Kennedy basketball underneath.
Yeah, G and others did a very nice job of trapping Owen Murray out by the elbow and forcing that turnover off the steal.
And G has really struggled tonight, missing a couple layups, taking deep threes. But inside Tamir Williams, he's had a nice night, gets that one to go.
Yes, it appears, I think he's got 6 points, and all of them are points in the paint for layups. And it appears that all Paterson has to do is just give him the ball in the paint, and he'll make it.
LaCourt almost lost that one in the corner. Murray comes away with it. Hess, 3. Can't hit that one.
Yeah, a bit short. He's got to make that one next time.
Other end. Jameer Lattimore, the sophomore, will go to the line for 2. Kennedy trails it by 10.
And yeah, in comes Tim Norris, and he's really going to be the factor and the difference and help from like we saw before with the 4 offensive rebounds. That won't happen anymore, and that won't happen because he'll box out. He'll get those rebounds on our defense.
And Norris has really seen a decline in playing time after he missed the St. Joe's game.
Yeah, he had an academic commitment prior to that game, so he couldn't go to the St. Joe's game, but it appears he'll get time in this one.
He lost his starting job, but anyway, LaCourt knocks down that triple. Matty Ice feeling it tonight.
He's got 6 already.
Lattimore off the pick, step back, lefty, jumper. Can't hit that one. But rebounded by Kennedy. And the floater is good. It's Joseph Schullers.
Kennedy did a really nice job of trying to keep the possession alive, and he did so, and he made the layup and in for 2 points.
Norris's pass is stolen, and it's an easy 2 for Kennedy. Jalen Colon, also a sophomore, averaging 8.5, and now Westfield will call a timeout. Blue Devils up 23-15, just under 6:30 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think the energy has now shifted. I think this Paterson team is really playing with a lot more physicality and alertness and being definitely ready and trapping on defense. This Westfield team has a lot making up to do. Their lead is only 7 now. I'm sorry, 8. So they really got to step it up to keep that lead alive.
Talks about how next up for Westfield is Monday against Union, but then Saturday they go on the road to Roselle Catholic. Nate Pierre-Lewis, Nazi Reed and company. The Lions Den is going to be rocking. They're ranked 5th in the state, but they got a lot of talent. Whole starting 5 could play Division I basketball. Here's Norris inside, and he'll go to the line.
Norris did a nice job of drawing the foul, having a contested layup. He's just got to make these free throws. Like I said before, only a few points can make a difference between a win and a loss.
Fouls on Joe Schullers as Norris will go to the line. The 6'3" senior knocks down that one. Now, as we talked about in our previous broadcast, how Westfield doesn't have the size as some of these other teams we see in Union County. But the good news is Andre Strumpeter's senior big man is on the way, has started practicing. He still needs a few more practices to play. But they're expecting him in about a week or so. Hopefully we get to see him next Saturday at RC.
Yeah, he's definitely going to show a difference for the Westfield team in being good and great. He's going to give them that big man power and presence that they really need for this team to do well.
A spin move from Owen Murray. Doesn't get better than that. Westfield now up by 12.
Yeah, Owen Murray in that previous possession did an awesome job penetrating with the spin move for the layup.
G almost lost it instead. It's a 3 from Lattimore. Couldn't connect.
And as he gets the layup, he gets the rebound out on defense.
A give and go from Murray to Hess. Oh, a no look. Jelani Pierre knocks down that one.
And like we said before, the Blue Devils and Paterson start out cold, and their field goal percentage has just gone up and up and up.
Jelani Pierre's got 10 points, 2 threes, and we talked about Murray putting on another passing clinic tonight in Westfield. LaCour blocked that one. Lattimore got his own rebound. Another rebound. Another tip in. That time, it's the Knights finally get it to go.
Yeah, as you can see, Coach Harold Palmieri, he's getting mad on the sideline, showing that they really need to box out and get those defensive rebounds.
There's LaCour. Hess inside. Norris. Lefty lane's good. Westfield up by 15.
Yeah, Parker has great court vision, seeing Tim Norris out in the paint with the beautiful bounce pass with the contact, but made the layup.
Lattimore, lefty lane, can't get that to go. Now Westfield will slow it down. Cross-court pass to Hess. 3, got it! Parker Hess.
Swish, baby. Yet again, we see another great cross-court pass from Owen Murray. Seeing him with that nice, beautiful pass, Parker Hess was about to pass to Jelani Pierre, faked it, and then threw it up with the swish.
Knights will call timeout. That's Parker Hess's 87th career three-pointer. And he's trying to break his brother's record. Keegan Hess, who leads Westfield High School in all-time career three-pointers with 112. Parker inching closer, now 25 away from tying it. But he's going to have to pick up the pace with only about 5 games left in the regular season, plus the postseason. We talked about Andre Strumpeter's coming back, and that's really going to help him in the postseason, especially in the county tournament when you got guys on Patrick's school, 6'10", 6'11", 7'2", all across the board. And Roselle Catholic, Nazi Reed, 6'8". That'll be a huge addition.
Yeah, that's what the kind of size of that 7'2", 6'11", that's the kind of size you see in the NBA. So that's size that even with Andre Strumpeter's not going to be able to match up with well, but he will definitely be a star addition and to help trying to defend those teams.
Patrick School has had no trouble producing NBA talent. Most famously, Kyrie Irving, starting point guard of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist of the Charlotte Hornets. Here's G. It's going to be an offensive foul, and G has been really cold tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think Westfield's put a lot more pressure on him, knowing that he's a star talent and being able to stop him, and they've done so far in this game.
We're still waiting for him to score career point number 1,800. He's at 1,798. And it's interesting to see him struggle in a game like this. Hess knocks down another 3, make it 88.
You know, if Kennedy wants to come back in this game, they really got to stop that three-point shot. That's a weapon that Westfield's had all year, and so many people could do it. So, I mean, if they can't stop this three-point shot, I don't know what they're going to do to win this game.
Westfield now has their largest lead of the game at 21. Here's G. Tip pass is stolen. LaCour. Fast break for Westfield. got tipped. Murray able to save it. Pass corner. No good. LaCourte got it. Here comes Kennedy. Other end. Look. Oh. Looked like Murray got all ball. Call for the foul. Fans don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think I like that call either. That was a clean block, and I heard that shot block all the way over here.
Jeff Gagum into the game for the Blue Devils.
And Jeff Gagum's also another player that they're going to need as just a presence down low for the rebounds. I mean, this Westfield team hasn't done a very nice job, as we've seen all game, on getting defensive rebounds and boxing out. And he's definitely one to do that. Definitely be able to get those rebounds.
Gagum 6'1", 235. It's Jalen Colon, the sophomore, at the line. Kenny about to make a few subs. Trailing by 20 now, as the first free throw is good from Colon.
Yeah, like we said before, with Colon, and also with Jameer Lattimore, as both being sophomores, that's the way you rebuild a team. You should get the young guys, the young, better guys, a little bit of experience, even though they don't get a lot of time, but give them more confidence to do well in bigger games like this in the future.
Colon knocks down that one, knocks down both. So it's a 19-point lead for Westfield. Murray finds LaCourte. Has step back three. Can't connect on that one. Loose ball. Gagum almost got it. Instead, it's a fast break for Kennedy. Good pass. And that layup's good. It's Raquan Alexander, the senior, 6'2", 175, with an easy two. Murray, other end. Floater can't get it. Gagum, offensive board, no.
All the way through for the layup for Owen Murray. It was contact all over. There might have been a reach-in foul, but he couldn't connect on that one.
Rodriguez lost it, but it goes off Gagum. Kennedy ball. 2:16 to go in the second quarter. Westfield up 38-21. If you're just joining us, Michael Lenner alongside Alex Kingsley. Tonight in Westfield, Friday night primetime game. Blue Devils 11-4. Paterson Kennedy 9-4. As sophomore McDaniel check in. Strong take is no good. Offensive board. But again, Kennedy just can't finish on these offensive rebounds. Loose ball, McDaniel able to save it. But the pass is out of the reach of Owen Murray.
Man, Weston did a good job trying to keep that possession line by just trying to get the ball on that one. Ad McDaniel ended up with the ball, but just had a bad pass to Owen Murray. Was deflected off his hand out of bounds. Sending the ball the other way, sorry.
For Westfield, the senior guard, number 10, Justice Bowers, checks into the game. And this is the first time we've seen Bowers in a close game. 17 points, not exactly close, but usually we see Bowers when they're up by 30, 35 with 2 minutes left in the fourth. So it's nice to see him. Works really hard, and he's got a lot of talent too.
Yeah, like you were saying before, it goes for the older guys too, for the seniors and juniors. Giving them more playing time is going to give them more confidence.
McDaniel turns that one over to Raquan Alexander. There's a three. Alexander couldn't hit. Bowers, fast break. McDaniel can't finish the layup. Gagum, offensive board, and he gets it to go.
Lots of contact on that one, but way to put it in even with the contact for
Rodriguez
Jeff Gagum.
loses it. Bowers on the floor for the loose ball. Westfield calls timeout. Nice hustle from Gagum and Bowers to get the loose ball. Westfield up 40-23, 17-point lead. Just over a minute to go in the second quarter. Alex, the storyline for Westfield, the defense leading to the fast break opportunities at the other end. And for Kennedy, the missed layups, missed opportunities off of second chance rebounds. And how about Alfonso G? Coming into this game, he was one of the 39 New Jersey finalists for the McDonald's All-American game. Kid's got 1,798 career points. That's amazing. was averaging 20 points a game his sophomore and junior year. This year the numbers are down, and tonight he's got a goose egg in the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, that beats the Westfield Blue Devils all-time 1,000-point scorers. I mean, the next closest one has 1,300. So he is a superstar, and he will be a superstar. And the future is really bright for him.
And speaking of 1,000-point scorers, Justice Bowers, who's into the game for Westfield, is the nephew of one of the best players to ever play here at Westfield, Boo Bowers. Other end, Rodriguez gets the layup to go. Yanni, 5'11", 165. He's played pretty well tonight. Leads down to 15 with under a minute to go.
Yeah, he's definitely been the one producing in both fashions of assists and points.
Nice pass from Justice Bowers as Westfield gets an easy 2. 30 seconds to go now. Pierre called for the foul. And gee, Alex, he's not even in the game right now.
Yeah, they're going to send him out. They're going to wait for the third quarter after halftime. But they're going to win this game. He's going to be the factor in the difference between a W and an L in the end of this game.
If they want to win this game, they got a long way to go. Down 17. Here's Hess. Fast break for Westfield. They'll slow it down. Bowers finds Murray, who can't finish the layup. Kennedy on the other end.
Yeah, just from the previous possession, Bowers had a beautiful look and a beautiful pass inside, but Murray couldn't connect on that one. Those are plays you want to see from the guys who don't get as much time as the starters.
There'll be a foul on Parker Hess.
Those plays are the ones you want to see, and in the future we'll see just good things from Bowers, especially just soft plays like that.
The foul was on the floor, but it's a 1-and-1 for Jameer Lattimore. Westfield 17 fouls, the Knights 5. Free throw no good. Hess rebound. There's Jelani Pierre. Right-handed layup's good as time expires in the first half. Westfield up 44-25 at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, Westfield have definitely shown their dominance and their power over this team, and they're playing almost lights out against this Kennedy team. And if Kennedy wants to win this game, they got to step it up in a bunch of fashions. One, they got to step it up from the passes. The passes aren't very good, and they can't force these turnovers. And they got to make sure that they contain the ball and get points on the board for them to win this game.
For the Blue Devils, Owen Murray continues to do it all, putting on a passing clinic. LaCourts knocks down some big threes along with Parker Hess. And how about Jelani Pierre? I believe he's got 14 points, leading score for Westfield in the first half.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's almost been lights out. Shooting-wise, I mean, he's made almost all his threes, and he's putting up layups, and he's just a scoring machine in this game so far.
And we'll be right back with the second half. You're watching Blue Devil Television, Westfield. Welcome back to Westfield High School, everybody. Blue Devils up 44-25 as Kennedy gets the ball to start the second half. Shot no good. Murray the rebound.
And they really did a really nice job of having the on-ball defense. That was nice on Ramirez.
Mealy finds Murray. Can't get that one. Gets his own rebound. Finds Mealy, and he'll go to line for 2.
Yeah. Murray had on the play in the paint, he had a lot of contact in that one. I thought it would be a foul.
So Mealy, the Chief Thief, will go to line for 2. Can't hit that one. It knocks down the second 20-point lead for the Blue Devils. Mealy's at 6 now in the game.
This Blue Devil team is now up 20 points against Kennedy in this one. 7:23 left to go in the third quarter.
Paterson will go to line for 2.
As Brian Paterson draws the contact for the 2 shots, he's really been a key factor in this game for the Paterson. Even though they're down now 19 points, he's still been a key factor in why they're not being completely blown out. He's really hopped on those offensive rebounds and done a really good and also done a really good job on defensive rebounds.
So Paterson gets a steal there. Floater's good.
Like I just said, he's been a key factor. Now has a steal in the steal column and another 2 points.
That's working on the sideline. They get Raquan Alexander, the senior, on the foul. And in that first half, Jelani Pierre had 14 points, leading scorer for Westfield. Murray had 5.
Yeah, Jelani Pierre was almost perfect in that one. I mean, in the first half, he made almost all his threes and I think he made all his layups.
Murray finds Mealy. And here's Alfonso G. Gets a steal, but Murray steals it right back from him. Fast break for Westfield. But they get Murray on a charge. It's a tough call.
Yeah, Murray, even though there was the charge previously when he had the steal, did a really nice job of kind of shielding himself and almost coming up out of nowhere and getting the steal from the player from behind him, not knowing he was even there. Did a really nice job of doing that.
Here's Paterson now for 3. Can't get that one. We talked about how Murray does a lot of everything, I should say. As Jelani Pierre has the hot hand tonight, make it 17 for the senior.
Yeah, I mean, he's like I said before, and I guess it's translated into the second half as well. He's now lights out.
Murray got the steal, finds Mealy. Nice move, and the finish with the left hand.
Yeah, as you can see on that play, I think Kennedy already has lost the motivation and almost the eye of the tiger to win this game. On that play, it was basically a 4-on-1. The guys really need to get back on defense if they want to come out of this trailing lead.
Paterson, other end, gets a tough layup to go that time. And Murray's got 7 boards and 5 assists. Talked about how he's got 2 triple-doubles. Might be seeing a third on him. That one's a turnover. Paterson fell. And now they'll get LaCourt with the foul. Westfield doesn't like the call. They're up, 19, 49-30 to score. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Paterson working on LaCourt. No good. Murray collects another rebound.
Now I think that's 8 now on the night.
Finds LaCourt. Back to Murray. Nice move up and under. Gets his own rebound, making 9. Layup's no good.
It's something that has to change for the Blue Devils. Murray was one of 4 players down the
court. And
he
finds Hess for a 3. It's good. Parker Hess now 89 career threes. He's got 3 tonight.
Yeah, so like I was saying before, I mean, Owen was one of 4 players down there, and 3 of them were Kennedy players. So Westfield definitely has to box out more, even on offense.
And Paterson with another layup. How about Alfonso G? Still scoreless. Mealy was looking for Pierre. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you say still scoreless. He's not even in the game right now. He's sitting on the bench right now. So the fact that he has 0 points might not change.
And Alex, he was on pace to go way above 2,000, but doesn't look good for him. He's sitting at 1,798, and with only a couple weeks left and postseason, he might not get it. And that would be a shame for such a talented player.
Yeah, it would. There are only a few more games left in the regular season for them, but then again, there is the postseason, so we'll just have to see.
And Yanni Ramirez gets the rebound and puts it up. Now, I was reading yesterday, great story about Alfonso G. His father was actually shot a couple years ago, few years ago, and he couldn't walk, but he said he was going to be able to walk again, and he kept fighting and now able to walk and now attends every single one of Alfonso, his son's games. Westfield up 17. Mealy gives it up to Murray. Nice pass, Jelani Pierre. Can't get that one. Norris the board, but he can't finish.
Norris did a good job boxing out, but just couldn't connect on the layup. He's really got to change that and make sure he makes his layups in the future.
Here's Lattimore. Will drive. Tough shot is no good, and they get a foul on Tim Norris. Similar play to the one down here where Murray got called for the charge. First free throw is no good. And Alex, how about Coach Palmieri not happy with the officiating at all tonight? There's been a lot of questionable calls.
Yeah, they're definitely letting these players get really physical and letting a lot of calls go.
It's a lane violation. Under 4 to go in the third quarter. Westfield up 17. Pierre's had the hot hand, but that one's stolen. Jordan Rodriguez, the senior, with the steal and the easy layup to cut the lead to 15. Kennedy hanging around a little bit right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're hanging in there, but if they want to win this game, they can't just hang in there. They really got to drive it and really just be phenomenal at all ends of the floor.
Mealy lost that one, but it goes out of bounds on Kennedy. Knights really got to find some scoring. They've been able to hang in there, as we just mentioned, as Jelani Pierre checks out. Blue Devil leading scorer tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they've really been in a drought the whole game except for just in the beginning when it was 2-0 and Westfield was a bit cold. But they've just been taking this game over and really dominating on all ends.
Blue Devils start out pretty cold as Mealy will go to line, got fouled in midair on the jumper.
Yeah,
It was 4 minutes into this game, the score was 2-0. Then we saw the last 4 minutes of the first quarter, scoring really, Blue Devils really got hot.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they turn it on. It's almost like a flicker of the switch. You can turn on, you turn off, and it's just a matter of time before they turn on or they turn it off, shooting-wise.
Mealy knocks down the first free throw. Short on the second, Paterson the rebound. Rodriguez, step back three. No good, Mealy gets the board and he'll push it up the floor. Nice move, double crossover. There's Hess, corner three, and he hits it.
Got it.
Hess, four threes on the night, and 90 now in his career.
Nick Mealy with the sweet dribble move and then having his court vision just unbelievable with that beautiful cross-court pass to Parker Hess for the wide open three, and bam with the swish.
We talked about how Hess was going to have to really pick the pace up if he wants to break the three-point record and maybe hear this out, because he's got 4 tonight now with 90 and 22 away from tying the record. Loose ball is out of bounds. And it'll be Kennedy ball. Westfield coaching staff has really disliked the officiating tonight.
Yeah, it's almost like they completely disagree with the officiating by these refs in this one.
Couldn't really tell who that one went out of bounds on, but there were some charge calls that I disagreed with myself. Tough shot is no good, but Paterson there for another rebound. He gets it to go.
Yeah, I mean,
Ryan
even
Paterson's really had a big day tonight. Big game.
He's really been taking advantage of the size, of the lacking of the size for this Blue Devils team.
Another great pass from Murray to Hess. LaCour knocks down the three, and he knew that one was going in. Matty Isis has 9.
I mean, the ball almost made like a V in the court. Went from one end to down low and back out for a
There's
three.
Hess, the steal. Oh, tried to do a little finger roll reverse, but he's called for the foul. I think that's his third and a bit of a frustration foul coming from behind. Tymere McMillan was the ball handler. 6 foot, 165 pounds, senior. Number 15 in red has the ball. Here's Paterson, has a monster day today, but he's way short on that one. Murray the board.
I mean,
Do-it-all senior's really done it all tonight. Finds LaCourt. Corner three. Can't hit. A nice tip from Norris, but goes out of bounds.
yeah, I mean, even with Tim Norris, this Westfield team still struggles to get rebounds at box out. So I think with the addition of Andres Rumpeters, he's really going to be, like I said before, the difference between this team being good and being great. Because with him, he might be able to box out and get those good rebounds and be really physical. That's going to make this team awesome. Maybe even win a state title.
Yeah, Alex, and Andres Rumpeter has had a torn meniscus. He's missed the first 2 months of the season, but he is fully healthy right now. Just as it's a matter of practices. As Jameer Lattimore, the sophomore, knocks down the three. As we said, Paterson Kennedy still hanging around there about the 15, 20-point mark for this entire game. Leads at 17 now. And Alfonso G has seen the bench a lot tonight for this one of the school's top scorers in history.
Yeah, and I mean, hanging in there, Mike, won't do it. If they want to win this game, they got to step it up and really play well.
So the lead's down to 15. Lattimore called for the foul, and a bit of retaliation after the whistle. Could have easily been a technical. McDaniel will take it out of bounds for Westfield. That's another foul on Lattimore. Sophomore clearly getting frustrated, and that's his third.
Yeah.
He'll check out in place of Jordan Rodriguez, the 6-foot senior.
Yeah, 2 quick fouls you can't make. And I think, if he's going to sit on the bench and he get into foul trouble, there's no way this Kennedy team can win this game. Especially with this margin of winning with the margin of the lead here.
Nice move from LaCourt, and he gets it to go. Matty Ice extends this lead to 17.
Yeah, he did a really good job of getting to the rim and really making sure that he made that layup. He was definitely there to get the rebound if he missed on that one.
And Alex, now you get to see how tired the Knights are. They've had 3-4 air balls in this third quarter alone. Short on all these jumpers, long jumpers.
Yeah, they got to. I don't think there's any more room or anything else they could do for them to win this game.
It's another foul on Kennedy.
Especially with the fact that Alfonso G is sitting on the bench right now, and I think he's been on the bench for this whole third quarter.
Yeah, probably one of the most frustrating games in his entire basketball career, Alex. Don't know the official stat, but guessing he hasn't been held scoreless many times. Here's Hess. It'll be Westfield ball.
Yeah,
1 second left in the third quarter.
And sometimes with a team, when there's one fantastic player, all you have to do is eliminate that one player from playing well, and then there's no way that the team can win. Just eliminating that one superstar can do it all for this team.
Yeah, and the Knights have really missed the 14.5 points a game they get from G. That's the end of the third quarter. Westfield up 61-44. We're going to stick with you during this quarter break, and we'll get to show you the standings for both these teams. For Westfield in the Union County Mountain Division, Blue Devils atop with a conference record of 5-1, overall 11-4. UC in second, St. Mary's third, Union fourth, and SPF is fifth. For Paterson Kennedy, they're tied atop their conference with Paterson Eastside. In third place, Passaic Tech, fourth, Passaic High, fifth, Clifton, and sixth, Bergen Tech. The Knights of Paterson Kennedy are 9-4 on the year. But Alex, if they want to get their 10th win tonight on the road, they're going to need to start out red hot and play some really good defense.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They definitely need to do, and because they really, all they have is, not in the sense that all they have is Alfonso G, but they just are really good on offense, and when they turn it on, they do very well. They're a very good They're a very good scoring team, and defense is the difference for them if they want to play really well one night.
Well, we can't leave out Brian Paterson, the senior for Kennedy. He's had a monster game. So fourth quarter underway. Hess looking for Murray. Beautiful pass, and the layup is good.
I think they need to do that play all night. It worked that time, and that was beautiful. Beautiful basketball. It's a good play for this Westfield team all game, frankly. But that was just a really nice play in particular.
Ramirez will give it up. Another three is short for the Knights. That time by McMillan, but they get a steal. And McMillan finishes the layup that time. Mealy dribbling the left side, will hand it off to LaCourte. Under 7 to go in the final quarter. Murray jumped in the air and then turned it over. Fast break for the Knights. Nice behind the back pass as Tamir Williams with the finish.
Yeah, I mean, that was a play that they needed a long time ago. Maybe that play would have given them a lot more confidence before, and maybe not, and that lead wouldn't have been as big.
The lead's at 15, and there's a foul called on number 15, Jasir Flood, the senior. Leads at 15, foul on number 15, and now number 15, Owen Murray will go to the line. And try to extend this lead. Knocks down the front end of the 1-1.
You know, Mike, you said it before. I mean, he's definitely a do-it-all kind of guy. Boards, points, assists. You can even say steals, too.
The Courier News had him as a top. NJ.com has had him as a player to watch. As Jalen Colon, the sophomore, knocks down the triple, cuts the lead to 13, and also Courier News had it as a top 10 player of the year candidate for New Jersey high school basketball.
Yeah,
and Murray will go to line again.
Yeah, Mike, this Kennedy team, I guess, plays a different kind of basketball where they play with their hands instead of using their feet. So they're going to that foul's going to get called all day if they don't make a difference in how they play on-ball defense.
It seems like the Kennedy players have been really frustrated after they get called for the foul. Murray knocks down front end of the free throw for the second consecutive time. Westfield up 65-51, 6:24 to go in the fourth. Gagum, the offensive rebound. Murray got blocked. He's looking for Gagum. Kennedy turns it over. Jalen Colon just threw it. He had no idea what he was doing on the ground, throws it behind his back. Westfield call a timeout with 6:02 to go. Up by 14.
Hey, you know, Kennedy's definitely turned it around. I mean, even though they're down by 14, it's still a ball game. And they've definitely changed their mentality. They're playing a way that we haven't seen today, you know, at least since we've seen in the end of the first quarter when they played with a fire after that first initial timeout. So if they continue with this really nice ball playing, I mean, that lead change might not be 14, could be 2, but they can even be winning in a couple minutes, Mike.
You got to continue to shoot well. They started out this fourth quarter pretty hot and give the ball inside of Brian Paterson. He's had a monster day. for the Knights.
Yeah, he's really him and Yanni Ramirez. Them two are really the one really producing the numbers with the absence of Alfonso G tonight. Continues to sit on the bench. And
Yeah, G's still on the bench, and it doesn't look like we're going to see him for the rest of the night. He's going to be held scoreless.
Yeah,
Pretty incredible.
Yeah, this Westfield team.
For a player of his caliber.
Yeah, I mean, this Westfield team, if they can stop, possibly an All-American, they can really stop anyone. And they can really do anything that their hearts desire. So all they have to do is just work to that goal, and they can do anything, seriously.
Well, we've seen him go toe-to-toe against Tyus Battlebree and Tyree and the Falcons of Metuchen. Nice pass. Mealy, the finish. Great find by Matt LaCourte.
Yeah, definitely from the physicality of this game, Westfield team is getting used to getting contact and drawing it on shots and making it for and one sometimes.
The Knights continue to stay hot as Jasir Flood knocks down that triple. 5.5 to go. Hess drives, gives it up. Loose ball.
Yeah,
Gagham's got it, and he calls a timeout.
Yeah,
5:21 to go.
Yeah, just off that just off that made three. I mean, you could definitely tell that there's been a difference in their mentality. There's been definitely a difference in alertness and how quick they are, because just off that play, that was a pretty nice defense Kennedy had. And like we said before, if they continue this, who knows? They could be tied.
We talked about how Westfield has gone toe-to-toe with some of the top teams in the state. They overtime game against St. Joe's, Metuchen. They only a 12-point loss to Linden, one of the top 5 teams in the state. And they're going to really be tested these next 2 weeks. This next Saturday, number 5, Roselle Catholic. That's a monster game at 1 o'clock, February 6th. And then Thursday, February 11th, Westfield hosts the Patrick School. So 2 games we're going to really get to see what Westfield's made of against 2 of the top teams in the state and 2 top teams in the country.
Oh yeah, definitely, and that will definitely give Westfield some even higher level experience. So coming into the postseason, they'll be even more battle ready and ready to go. And like we said before, this team is a state title caliber team.
And that county tournament's going to be really fun to watch. Definitely the best county in the state. So many powerhouses, including the Patrick School, RC, Union Catholic, Linden. And Linden's a team Westfield played earlier, we mentioned, lost by 12. But if Westfield wants to win that state title, they're going to have to beat Linden as LaCourte gets the bucket to go.
Yeah, but, I mean, if they can have this lead over Kennedy School with an All-American, beating Linden is a possibility. Beating Linden is possible.
Gia, just a New Jersey finalist for the McDonald's All-American. As Hess will go to line after getting fouled on the floater. And then was looking at the NJ.com top 20 rankings. Westfield unranked this week. They'd previously been 16 and 19, and they dropped out. And also in the county rankings, they're 6 behind UC and St. Mary's, 2 teams they beat. So pretty surprising. They split with St. Mary's. They beat UC on this floor. Westfield gets Union Catholic next Thursday. Next week's a huge week for the Blue Devils. They got Monday home Union, Thursday away at Union Catholic, and Saturday the big one at RC.
Yeah, I mean, this team in the beginning of the season, even before, this team was definitely a sleeper team. Nobody thought, they were going to be this good or beat some of these really good teams, but they've really turned it on. They've really done well this season, so I think they're just being degraded and,
The 3 from Yanni Ramirez gets stuck, and that's a jump ball with the possession arrow belonging to the Knights of Paterson Kennedy. Floater's good. Jalen Cologne. 14-point lead for the Blue Devils with 4:20 to go. Westfield breaks the press, but then pass from LaCourte just off the fingertips of Nick Mealy.
Yeah, that's a mistake that Nick Mealy can't make. Even though right now that's That's something that's okay. It's not a big issue, but in a close game, not catching a pass is a big problem.
But Mealy will make up for it. The steal, the chief thief, lays it in for 2.
And as he does, he just brings it right back on offense with the steal and the easy layup.
Under 4 to go now in Westfield. And be a foul on the floor on Mealy. It's a 16-point lead for Westfield. Ramirez, floater's good.
Yeah, that was a really nice job. Having beautiful dribble moves and getting to the basket for the layup and the floater. He's really a talented ball player.
Mealy will bring it up. Hess looks inside. LaCourte saves it. And Pierre will bring it out to get some time off this clock. Westfield trying to, as Ramirez called for foul, Blue Devils trying to improve to 12-4 on the season.
It's a pretty darn good record, Mike.
We talked about how they're one of the surprise teams. NJ.com ranked them as the #1 surprise team this season.
Oh, definitely, and they've certainly proved it. Beating Union Catholic, going toe-and-toe with St. Joe's. They've just had a really nice even though it was a bit up and down with the losing streak, this is definitely a really good basketball team.
Yeah, they had that very hot start, 7-0, and then dropped 3 in a row. 2 of them were Linden and St. Joe's, 2 tough ones, but then in the middle of that was Plainfield on this floor. That was an interesting one. Murray knocks down that free throw. Not to foreshadow anything, Alex, but it's setting up to be state title championship game at the rack, Linden, Westfield. It's going to be, the county tournament's going to be harder for the Blue Devils because they got to go up against RC Patrick School.
I mean, they definitely would have the experience to get into that game. Like we said before, playing really good teams, some of the best in the state and ranked nationally. So they wouldn't be surprised if they would beat Linden, too.
We saw last year the Blue Devils got the 7th seed in the state tournament. They knocked off Watchung Hills, game I got to do on this floor. And then they had to play Linden, the 2 seed, on the road. And the Tigers able to win that one. It was close throughout. But the leadership of Otis Livingston, who's playing college ball at George Mason, really proved to be the difference in that one. Paterson Kennedy still hanging around. Down by 14, 3 minutes to go. Senior Murray brings it up, in and out, and he dunks it at the other end.
Yeah, but he did a really nice job shaking off Jakir Flood and just driving and pounding it down for the dunk on the other end.
Murray will tip that one. Able to save it. McDaniel couldn't finish the layup. Great hustle from Owen Murray.
Oh, my God. Certainly a do-it-all guard. Certainly he can do everything and anything you ask him to do.
2:20 to go. Fadeaway is off, and Murray collects another board. I'm not positive, Alex, but I think he's got his 3rd triple-double of the season. .2:11 to go in the final quarter. Blue Devils up by 16. They get it into Murray. Wide open Hess. Corner floater, got it to go. Leads at 18, and it pretty much wraps things up.
Yeah, you're certainly right. Even with 2 minutes and 1 second left in this game, certainly wrapped it up here in Westfield.
Nice pass inside, but the Knights couldn't finish.
He's in the game. Say something.
Alfonso G back into the game. We haven't seen him since beginning of the 3rd, I believe. And still looking for his first points of the game. Here's Hess. Nice drive, and he'll kick it out. Westfield kill some clock. Minute and a half to go in Westfield. Blue Devils up 78-60. If you're just joining us, Paterson Kennedy's hung around about the 15 to 20 point margin whole game. Hess gets his own rebound, lays it in, leads now at 20.
Yeah, this Kennedy team has it's really lost the motivation to win this game. I mean, Parker Hess easily getting his own rebound for the putback on the layup. This game is over.
And at the other end, Rodriguez bucket and the foul. And now the Westfield starters will come out of the game and they'll receive a nice ovation from the fans as we get to see a new five for the Blue Devils, including Tristan Qualis, Nick Laurie, Marius Chenikin, Justice Bowers, and Kevin Reinhardt. Rodriguez converts the three-point play. Bowers in for the second time in this game. Now he'll get a chance to go to the free throw line. Foul on the Knights. Westfield's going to improve to 12-4. The Knights are going to drop to 9-5. Next up for Paterson Kennedy is Paterson Eastside on Tuesday. Next up for the Blue Devils is Union, as we mentioned multiple times. Monday afternoon, 4 o'clock, right here in Westfield. We'll have that one for you on BDTV as Justice Bowers knocks down the free throw.
Yeah, as you said, when Paterson's going to play Eastside, that's going to be a deciding factor on who's going to really take over the conference. They're both 4-0 in conference play, and we'll just have to see who's going to get the number 1 seed.
They'll call foul on Chenikin. Now G will have a chance to score his 4 points of the game, and if he could make both of these free throws, it'll be his 1800 career point. You don't see many free throws this important in a 18-point game. G knocks down that one.
Now that means he's got 1799 on the career.
Trying to get number 1800 is Alfonso G, and he does. Special moment for him there. The 4-year varsity starter averaged 20 points a game the past 2 years. Numbers are down. Long three from the Knights is no good. Qualis, the rebound. And Reinhardt is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Hey, even though this game isn't that special for them, certainly a special moment individually for Alfonso G. So,
with about a month left in the entire season, that's including the postseason, it'll be interesting to see if G could reach the 2,000-point mark. As a junior, Reinhardt knocks down the front end. Knocks down both, a 5'10 junior guard. It's another turnover for Kennedy. It's an 18-point lead for the Blue Devils with 50 seconds to go. Bauer stepped on the line. It'll be Knight basketball underneath. Now, this next week's going to be very interesting. We're going to do all 3 games. Monday, Thursday, Saturday. It's going to be a real tough test for Westfield. They already beat Union in a game that was sort of like this one. The Farmers hung around majority of the time. Then the Union Catholic game was just an incredible game, overtime. They have a lot of great players, the Vikings have. George Pappas, Zaire Newell. And Saturday, the biggest one of them all, at Roselle Catholic.
That means Alfonso G still has 1,800 points exactly with that missed free throw.
He misses both. Knights get their rebound. Tough 3, no good, but Jalen Colonel have a chance to pad onto his stats as he'll go to line for 3 free throws. And stick around after the game. We'll have some post-game interviews coming up with Owen Murray for sure. First one from Cologne is good. Averaging 8.5 today. At 8.5 on the season, excuse me. Only a sophomore. And he'll be future of the backcourt when G graduates for the Knights. Misses the second.
Even though the Knights are down a lot, it still has been a great scoring night for the Blue Devils. They put up 83 points tonight and more, and possibly more. That's a lot of points in one game.
So under 30 to go, Westfield brings it up. Reinhardt, the point guard, will bring it out. Blue Devils turn it over. Three from Cologne is good. And that's your ball game. Westfield wins it 83-72. They improve to 12-4 as Paterson Kennedy drops to 9-5. Alex, what an all-around performance for the Blue Devils. We saw a lot of guys have big nights, including Owen Murray.
Oh yeah, definitely. He was star of them all. He does it on all ends of the court. Like we said, we think he has triple-double. That's amazing. Even that's hard for NBA players to do. It's amazing to see for him to do, and possibly we'll see him do well and others in the next upcoming games. Like you said, 3 more next week.
So Westfield wins it 83-72. They improve to 12-4, and they have a big week coming up next week. 3 games, including Union Catholic, and Roselle Catholic. We'll have all 3 of those for you right here on Blue Devil Television. From our cameraman, Harrison Bailey, our analyst, Alex Kingsley, I'm Michael Lenniart. We'll see you next time on Blue Devil. Here with Owen Murray, Nick Mealy. Owen, you had 15, 9, and 7. What do you think went well for you guys tonight?
We shot the ball really well. Nick and I were driving to the basket, open up shots for 3-point shooters, and we finished them, so jumped to a quick lead.
So, Nick, you had 16, 5, and 5. What's been the difference this season compared to last season?
I think our chemistry, I think me and Owen in the backcourt are the difference maker this year, and I trust him to get me the ball, and I think he has the same trust in me.
Well said. You guys have a big week coming up next week. 3 games: Union Monday, Union Catholic Thursday, and then RC Saturday. What's the mentality heading into next week?
We're just taking it game by game. If we beat Union and Union Catholic, we have a chance to win the conference, which would be the first time since 1977. So we're really excited about that, but we just got to take it one at a time. So Union is our first one, so focusing on them first.
All right. And then, Nick, counties and states are in the near future. What are you guys thinking about that?
Well, this is the last game that they can count for PowerPoints. They can only count, I think, 16 games, first 16 games. So our PowerPoints right now are locked in. So I think we're going to get a high seed in the states. And as far as county goes, we need to get those 2 wins next week, and then I think we'll lock in that 4 seed.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Good luck next week.
Thanks, man.